All right, friends, how are you today? Hopefully, everyone's enjoyed a nice Labor Day weekend, fun holiday weekend, enjoying the change of the seasons here. I'm Aaron, bringing you some honest astrology. Going to talk about this new moon that we just had over in Virgo. I know it's a couple days, well, a day and a half. It happened on about 11 o'clock p.m. on the 2nd, but I had a pretty busy day on the 2nd and the 3rd. Like I said, it's holiday weekend. Either way, here we are. So let's talk about it. We've got a Virgo energy. This Virgo is extremely important energy. All right, both at 11 degrees. It's only making two potent aspects. One is in opposition to Saturn over here in Pisces, where we're going to have the full moon. All right, so Saturn plays an important role here. And this septile, if we follow this dotted line here, over to the north node in Aries. Now this is the most important part. Now the north node in Aries all year and continuing for the next couple of months here, this is the most important part of our astrological year. It's the most important thing to focus on as the sun and the moon and all the rest of the planets are journeying through the zodiac, through those different constellations, bringing us different messages. The head of the dragon in Aries is saying, my friends, this is about your journey. This is about you and your life. And not a selfish way, not an egotistical way, but there is no universe without mind entering into it first. And you are the center of your universe. You are the center of your reality. And this whole astrological year, this journey of the North Node in Aries is reminding us that this is about our life, about our experience here on planet Earth. It's about the connections that we make. It's our personal journey. It's not anybody else's to decide how to think, how to react, how to respond. I'll come back here. You know, this is about you creating the life that you want for yourself and going through the different hurdles and obstacles that this life brings. And as we've started our zodiac calendar year in Aries, the sun in Aries, the North Node in Aries is reminding us about self, reminding us of who we are, reminding us to love ourselves, our individuality, reminding us the simple things of life, of go toward the light, go toward what makes us feel good. And we don't have to, if we don't want to, focus on the things that make us feel bad in a way, not in a ignorant kind of a way. But then we move through these different balances as the year goes on, right? But in general, it's saying follow your joy to begin with. And as our sun and moon moved into Taurus, this is reminding us about our material possessions and that of which we value. And what do we value, right? Then the sun and moon are moving into Gemini, of course. And this is about our minds. And this is extremely important as well, as we have Jupiter. And well, let me come back here for a second. Uranus is still here, is like breaking up, changing what we value and how we value what we value. Okay. And as the sun and the moon move through Gemini, this is about our minds. This is all a journey of a personal journey of self and our minds. And Jupiter saying, expand your mind. And Mars right now, very predominant, also creating this septile over here to Saturn, is changing our beliefs, changing our minds, gathering as much information as we possibly can. This is a year of gathering as much as information as we can. And this is important because we have to expand, and as far as the Virgo energy goes this month, it's about being extremely focused, okay? Because you're going to hear the right answer, you're going to hear the wrong answer, but it's up to us to sift out what is right and wrong, because we're being shrouded with this disillusionment of Neptune in Pisces. It's been there for 16 years. It's being very seriously challenged by Saturn, the authority of what is real. So the past, year that Saturn has been in Pisces now has been really challenging all of us, challenging the internet, challenging our individual minds of what is real, what do we believe to be true versus what is true in reality, a collective reality. So there's a lot of information out in the world, and it's up to us to decipher what is real and what isn't real, fact-checking things, figuring it out for ourselves, figuring it out collectively. Okay. Mercury here in Leo. Hold on. Now the sun and the moon move into Cancer. This is about our emotions. understanding our emotions with ourselves, and especially as Chiron and Eris are both in Aries as well. This is one, the wounded healer, healing ourselves, healing our traumas, healing our personal wounds. It's up to us to heal these things. It's not up to the rest of the world to heal for us. We must be willing to seek the information. What do we value? Seek the information, heal ourselves, find this comfortable place in home and body, in a sense. Find a comfortable place in your personal ego. Mercury is out of retrograde right now, again playing a predominant role as it's making this connection over here to Chiron, potentially, and Eris as well. Well, of course it is. Either way, this trine to Chiron and Eris, and it's just like, again, remembering to love yourself, remembering that you are the center of the universe, not in an egotistical way, but it's like loving yourself, loving the curves of your body, loving the way that your face looks, loving the way that your hair is, loving, just appreciating who you are for being the person that you are, appreciating this life for what it is, and not hating on yourself. There's too much mental negative talk, that we have to be kinder to ourselves. And this is a very appropriate thing right now as we see the septile happening between Mercury and Leo. Confidence in the way that we speak to ourselves, and information, seeking out the information that we need, that's going to be the fruit, that juicy fruit that's going to be adding to the love to ourselves. All right, so last month is about confidence of self and appreciating the uniqueness of ourselves. No matter what is going on with you, we're this like I talked about, sympathy bully, and feel sorry for me that I'm not like everybody else in the world. This is like, none of us are like anybody else in the world. And though we may see, the big flock of birds moving in this pattern, and we can say that's, the general population, whatever, there's a lot of eagles and owls and mockingbirds and other bird tribes that are not necessarily that giant big group that we see in the sky, that are either off doing their solo journeys or whatever it is. But it takes all those birds of the forest to make the forests sing and sound beautiful and alive, right? So it's all of us adding our own unique individuality into the forest, okay? And this is where this Virgo energy comes in, because this is one about getting focused, which is extremely important. So it's like knowing who we are, what we value, expanding our minds to the best that we can, understanding what we need for ourselves to heal, so that we can find a healthy balance in our own egos and live a confident life. And when we are confident about who we are, it comes to adding services into the world. Virgo, it's like the nurse energy. This is adding something to the world. What is your act of service that you're giving back? Okay, and you're gonna get, no matter what it is, if you're doing the best, kindest deed on the planet, someone will judge you in a negative way. And Virgo also deals with judgment. And again, so this year is getting us to a healthy appreciation of ourselves, so that the outside world's judgment becomes less of an issue. It's thickening up our skin in a sense. It's, again, remembering that you're the center, and what you're doing is the most important thing in a degree. Again, not saying in a selfish or egotistical way, but it's like, it's very important. It's very important for you to set the time aside for you to do X, Y, or Z. It's very important for you to do those things. It's very important for you to give back to society in some manner, one way or another. And with this Virgo energy, this Virgo new moon leading into the full moon is going to be a little bit closer trine and sextile here to Uranus, which again is about valuing and breaking free of what we value and how we maybe bring in money to ourselves. Okay, so if we're always working for somebody else, we're waiting for the phone to ring, or we're on their dime or their schedule or their limited amount of what they can bring to us. If we're stepping on a limb and creating our own source of income, it's scary, but this is saying there's a great opportunity to do that during this time. Trust yourself, trust the universe. Try to, if you can figure out another way to create income for yourself, and that you're a way that you're giving back to society, we need more of that. Like, we need less big business, more, direct to consumer, people giving back to society one way or another. Ways of healing. Personally, I've been rebranding my whole company, ancestralherbs.com. If you want to go over there, shameless plug right now. And natural medicines, plant medicines from the Amazon rainforest in all different ways to heal ourselves. Ancestralherbs.com. Anyway, so it's like getting focused now on ways that we can give back to society. Now, here's another aspect that I want to talk about. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get picked on. You're going to get judged. You're going to get misunderstood. You're going to get misinterpreted. Okay, you're going to try to put something out there that you believe in, something that's positive, and somebody's just going to crap all over it. Okay, the world is full of people that love to crap on things. It doesn't matter. Me just even talking about plant medicines or sharing plant medicines, I get yelled at for that, or talking about astrology, or talking about literally anything. People will just jump on you. You know, it's like, take a picture of a stick and put it on Facebook and say, here's a picture of a stick. And people say, well, that's more of a twig, or that's a log, or, you know, people love to argue, people love to judge. Okay, you're going to get judged for being yourself. So that doesn't mean that we need to change ourselves to fit into what other people think that we should be. We don't need to get Botox. We don't need to get certain surgeries or change our physiology to fit into the mold of what society deems is worthy or beautiful or valued right now, okay? Those fads will change like everything else. Everything goes in its highs and lows, and what's popular is no longer popular. And it's just about staying true to yourself, okay? If it's something that you want to do for yourself, that you feel good about doing for yourself, do it for yourself. But if it's listening to the crowd and saying, oh, everybody's doing this, so I feel like I should do this to stay with the ins, to stay in with the crowd. It's like, well, again, maybe you're a different kind of bird. And maybe we're not supposed to fit in with that particular flock, and that's okay. You know, so it's staying true to yourself and listening to yourself, and it's understanding this, and it's understanding that whatever you're going to create right now, okay, whatever you're going to create is going to be catered to a specific audience. This is something I've talked about on the channel before. If you're going to build a meadow, understand that you're not going to attract the monkeys to the meadow. That's just not where monkeys go. If you want to attract monkeys, you have to go to the jungle. You have to build the jungle, or build something that monkeys are going to attract, right? If you want to bring in a hummingbird, you're going to have sweet nectar water. If you want butterflies, it's something else, right? So it's like, what are we trying to attract? We're going to have to cultivate the appropriate environment. Now, when we're creating that environment, what that means is we're also going to be pushing away and rejecting other things. And sometimes we're going to want, right? Like for me, this is a channel of philosophy. This is a channel of life. Although because I talk about astrology and I talk about life and philosophy and astrology, it, to better or worse, pushes a lot of people away. But this is my way of talking about things, right? Or chatting about it, or delivering this particular message. So it's like, it's okay. So created an avenue of astrology. But you see what I'm saying here. So it's like, whatever you're going to create, you know, if you're going to create the forest, you're going to attract the bears, or whatever it is. So don't be afraid to make a commitment. And that's what this Virgo energy is about. Don't be afraid to make your mind up. Virgo energy is about mind, okay? And we have very conflicting energies right now, especially because Jupiter is here, Mars is here, saying actively seek information, 100%. And look at all the possibilities. The grass is green over here. The grass is green over here. The grass is green over there. The grass is, oh my God, the grass is so green over there. And this Virgo energy is just like, yeah, I'm not buying it. The grass is green. Grass is green. Okay? And I don't want to try to cultivate something. I don't want to try to make something and then give it up, throw it away, and then try to make something again over here and say, oh, that's not working. Like planting a seed, okay, Virgo energy, right? Planting a seed takes time for that to grow. And we don't want to plant a seed and say, oh, this one's not working out. Let's plant a different seed. Listen to yourself, figure out your own journey, your own story, because for somebody that is going to be the case, you know, like to start fresh. Like I said, I just did the same thing. I rebranded my whole company, went from pure Amazonian gold to ancestral herbs. It was a split decision, but it felt like the right decision. So, but now it's watering that seed, and it's still the same company, still the same thing. But anyway, so So it's like cultivating that thing and saying, yes, yes, I'm going to create this thing. Yes, I'm going to walk in this decision. Yes, I'm going to do this. And not being afraid to make a commitment. Because the Virgo energy wants us to commit. And the more that we can commit to that and continue to water that plant and give that plant sunlight, give that plant attention, sing to it, whatever. Give the plant space, the space that it needs to grow. Right? Trusting the universe. Trust the universe that the clouds are going to come and give it the proper coverage so the sun's not beating on it all day. Trusting the universe that the sun is going to come out and shine on your beautiful plant, this beautiful creation. Trusting the universe that whatever that you're cultivating, trusting the universe that whatever you're creating right now, that you keep watering it, you keep putting the work into it. You're going to attract the right crowd to yourself. Now, whatever that is. Now, if that's a mate, if that's, right, we've got, look at this, love, Venus, love and desires. And one of her favorite places to be home, Venus, we consider the female, Frigg, Freya, whatever, Odin's wife, and whatever, mythology. So anyway, Venus, our planet of love, in Libra, is about other people, loving other people. Loving, wanting to do services for other people, not just out of self-gratification, not just because of what we can get monetarily out of it, right? Breaking free of that. It's about just doing something good, loving somebody. And maybe our hearts have been a little closed. Maybe our hearts have been a little jaded, and we have this opportunity right now with Venus making this conjunction to the south node about letting go of the past, of what other people have potentially done, letting go of hurt from another person, from trauma, from, you know, something from your family, your parents, a teacher, an ex, you know, somebody said you weren't beautiful enough, or somebody said you weren't smart enough, right? Judging a fish that can't climb a tree is thinking it's stupid its whole life. Well, maybe somebody else is going to see your beauty. Maybe you're beginning to see your own beauty. And now that you're able to see your own beauty, you have this confidence in your mind, right? It doesn't matter what your body shape is. It doesn't matter what your face looks like, what your hair looks like. It doesn't, these things don't, you know, they don't matter. It's who you are as a person, and you're confidently bringing forward who you are as a person. That's a beautiful thing. Adding your own light to the world, and other people see your light, and when they see your light, they just see your beauty, and they want to be around you. They want your glow, you know, in a healthy way. All right. Now, last thing I want to talk about this Virgo energy, especially because it's starting to oppose Saturn here. All right. Is the observational universe. We have belief, Saturn over there in belief in Pisces. And Saturn is the authoritarian, and it's saying, okay, well, we can believe this, right? And it's just like crap in one hand and wish in another. Tell me which one comes first. You know, Saturn is very real. Saturn's very real in a way that we don't always appreciate. And we love the beliefs. We love the fantasy in life. What could this turn out to be? I'm opening a store. How many people are going to flood the gates? Then you cut the ribbon, and then there's 3 people there. And you're like, Aaron told me to, you know, go my own way and start my own thing, or, you know, and this is not the floodgates I was expecting. It's just like, okay, well, then we're going to be shown another way. Learn a new skill, how to market, how to do certain, right? This is a lot of learning going on this year. Don't be afraid to learn. But our Virgo energy is saying to be very focused, and because we're dealing also with words. Now, over in Gemini, it's a lot of information, okay? There's just forest and trees. In Virgo land, where we are for the next, you know, couple of weeks here, is very specific. No, those are apple trees, those are orange trees, those are bananas. And it's always up to the observer to judge. And Virgo energy leading into Libra energy is about judgment, right? It's holding the balancing scales. It's the one holding the balancing scales and saying no to this, yes to this. Now, I like bananas. I can eat a banana, and it's up to me. Here, Aaron, here's bananas. You like bananas. I do like bananas. Thank you for the banana, friend. All right? And I eat my banana, and I say, I don't like this banana. That's okay. I like bananas, but I didn't like that banana. I can make those judgments. I can make those observations. The banana didn't name itself. The judgment necessarily wasn't appreciated by the banana. The banana worked really hard to grow. The sun worked really hard to grow that banana. the rain, everything about it worked really hard. For whatever reason it wasn't a good banana for me at that moment. Okay? We're allowed to have these observations. We're allowed to have these judgments. And there is this interesting belief right now, okay? Belief, Neptune retrograde 28, it was at 29 degrees, the anerotic degree. Very important degrees, is about, beliefs. And again, Saturn's here kind of cleaning this up. It's like, oh, we're not supposed to say or have bad judgments of things, bad observations of things, and to label it saying I like or don't like this. And this is saying, yes, you absolutely should and you can. And that is false energy that you're being lied to, saying that you're not supposed to, that you're just supposed to be passive and agreeing and liking of everything. This energy is saying absolutely not. Okay, and it's always the observer that makes the observation and names what it is. And we have this language is a man-made construct over here. It's just like, no. The observable universe always existed. And then we create sounds. Those sounds are words, and those words are used to describe the world around us. Okay, and that's okay. That is healthy to describe the world around us, and it's healthy to observe the universe as it is and make judgments for yourself if that's something you want to agree on or disagree on. Okay, it's very important right now, especially during these interesting times where there's a lot in the news, a lot in the media, a lot in the social media that is misinformation, misguided information, or people telling us that we're not supposed to have an opinion about things, that we're just supposed to be passive. And it's just like, that's no, you have to live your life. You have to decide things for yourself and what is healthy for you, what is not healthy for you. So I just wanted to kind of make that, is that it's very strong in this chart right now. It's very strong in the next couple of months. It's very strong in this year, this kind of mentality. And this language is extremely important. And it's like honoring language is extremely important. And being decisive about things, not being afraid to make decisions. Not trying to do things negatively to affect people, but not being afraid to make decisions for yourself that's going to... So, for example, because Virgo also deals with... This is the last thing, we're going to wrap this up here. Virgo also deals with addiction. Okay, the Virgo-Pisces axis deals with addiction. And we can use drugs to escape reality. We can use drugs to get more tuned in and focus with reality, right? And when we're dealing with addictions right now, it's just saying, don't be afraid to ask for help. There are a lot of people that are giving their time and energy to help you out wherever you're at. Whatever you're struggling with, mentally, emotionally, addiction-wise, if it's physically, there are so many people around the world that want to help. There is so much information out there that people are giving away for free, like this on YouTube, on social media, on things that we can do to help ourselves if we want to overcome an addiction or overcome a bad habit, overcome something that's no longer serving us. Because again, this astrology in this year, this is about us getting so in tune with ourselves and loving ourselves and squeezing the juice out of life and just appreciating who we are. And if we're addicted to something that's not serving our highest interest, not serving our highest good, this astrology right now is like, kick it. And it's like the universe giving us an extra bit of push and extra help. It's like saying help is all around you right now. It's like help is literally all around you right now to help you do this. There's other people. And that means we're going to lose friends, which is also why I'm tying this in, because it's like, again, we have to make a commitment. Like, hey, Jimmy, Jane, I love you, but the lifestyle that we've been living, the lifestyle while I've been hanging out with you, I love hanging out with you, but every day is the bar. Every day is drinking. Every day is whatever it may be, unhealthy, fill in the blank. And it's not their fault. It's me, right? It's up to us. It's up to us. It's our personal responsibility. We're taking complete responsibility for everything in our lives. So it's not about blaming the other. My personal responsibility, I have to make decisions for myself. It's not your guys, but I'm going to have to stop hanging out with you for me because I value myself. And I can't be around X, Y, and Z, or I can't go to the casino, or I can't go to the club, or I can't go out drinking, or I can't go, whatever it may be. It's like the universe is saying, here is a gift right now, a gift and opportunity of time to really kick some habits that no longer serve you, no longer serve your highest interest, and to make those kind of radical cut decisions, say, all right, enough is enough. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with your judgment about it, because people are going to be like, oh, are you blah, 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 fill in the blank, right? You're going to do that, but now this. Oh, now you're going to, last week but now you're going to take a break, and now you're going to play holier than thou, Mother Teresa or something like that. Like people are going to judge you. No matter if you want to do good or it doesn't matter. People are going to judge you. So it's just saying it's okay. I love myself in a healthy way, and I love you enough to not take your judgments in, but see them for what it is. You're hurting too. And by me making this decision for myself, maybe I'm leaving you alone in your hurt. But that's something that you got to do on yours. And I'll be here for you. We can do it together if you want. We can get sober together. We can kick this habit together. We can whatever it may be. We can do it together if you want. But I've got to make those decisions for myself, right? So you got to make those decisions for yourself. Friends, this is like really exciting energy right now. It's super exciting energy. I'm very excited for you wherever you're at. If there's been something exciting that's going on in your life that you've been focusing on, that you've been feeling a lot of life, a lot of joy, focused, if you're really focused on what you're doing and sharing and giving back to the world, if you want to share it in the comments, if it's a company you're working on, whatever it is, please share it in the comments. I definitely support you, small business owners, whatever it is. Share it in the comments. Let me know what's going on in your lives. I always like to hear back from my friends. I love you. I wish you enough, and we'll see you next time.